You are in deep thought.
I'm on, like, not deep, but just blank. I have a very blank mind, and I'm just receiving. To you, it looks like something
Yeah.
that intrigued you.
Dang, I'm still intrigued.
I'm thinking, what if you tried to have a blank mind? You're thinking what that would be like.
That's oddly accurate. You're shaking your legs.
I'm shaking my legs.
You're still shaking your legs.
I'm still shaking my legs. You're nodding your head.
I'm nodding my head.
You are nodding your head. You stop nodding your head.
I didn't stop nodding my head.
No, you're still nodding your head.
I'm done nodding my head. As I nod my head.
We should be able to say what we're doing, but the whole goal of it is to be fully aware of what the other person is doing. I mean, it's okay to be laughing.
No, but like I want to be able to. I can't even really participate because I'm like, okay, all right. I just gotta get like.
If you say something about me, I'm gonna acknowledge it. But then while I'm acknowledging that, I'm also still looking at you to see any way you react to what I'm saying.
I'm trying to be serious.
You're trying to put yourself together.
Trying to put myself together.
You're getting there. You're close to putting yourself together.
I don't know if I'm there.
If you're stuck, just see what behavior you can pull off from me. Even if it's just me, like whatever behavior you see.
Fine, I'll start. Okay, I'm trying to pick out a behavior.
You can't find a behavior to pick out. Anything. Like, so this.
Okay, so what?
No, this is their watch.
I'm watching.
You're just sitting there looking at me. That's a behavior. Anything you see.
Okay, alright.
I'm waiting to see what you see from me.
You're like, is she done? Is she finished or is she done?
No. It's not how I was. I was really just waiting. And you're just like, sure. But that's the truth. You think you might believe me. No, you don't believe me.
I cannot pull it together. I'm sorry. I'm just like.
You can do it.
Can I do it?
Whatever you do, it's fine. Because we're not acting. We're just putting
I
our
know, but
bodies through something.
it's like I can't seem to like.
Try going further back. Like more distance to each other back.
No, that didn't. Girl, never again. Alright.
Let's go back to the first one. I say something and you repeat exactly what I say exactly. You have a ring on. And then you say you have a ring on. We're saying the exact phrase. But if you notice a change, you just change to my change. The goal is to get on the same level. You're collecting yourself.
I'm collecting myself? No, you're
Exact
collecting.
words.
You're collecting yourself.
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 Okay, we got the next one was, I think it's the same thing, but we just react to how the person's saying it. If I said it with attitude, you can maybe return the attitude, or like, you're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
Okay, you're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You're wearing a black sweater.
I'm wearing a black sweater.
You are wearing a black sweater.
I am wearing a black sweater.
You are wearing a black sweater.
Yeah, I needed something to ground me.
The longest they'd ever go with just acknowledging is like twice or so, and they would flip it back on to the other person. Otherwise, I'm always calling you out.
Right.
I don't know if it's calling out. I don't know what exactly. Maybe it's just like observing.
I mean, but you're like.
It basically is.
Behavior. Right, so I should start, right?
You think you should
You're
start?
Wondering? I was gonna say you're wondering if she's really gonna start.
I was actually thinking of something to start with, and you're just waiting to see what I say next. You're very intently waiting to see what I said next.
I was waiting intently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yep. What's next?
Yeah, a little bit. It was like, what's next?
You're surprised that I knew that?
No, I'm not surprised. I thought you would say something like that. You're looking
now we're
down.
both like.
You can literally say you're looking at me, you're standing, you're sitting. Like, you can be very physically descriptive. Yeah.
Okay.
If I got stuck up, like, oh, you're touching your finger. It can be anything.
Maybe like improv is not me.
No, it's like conversation.
You're crossing your hands. Oh,
I'm
she
crossing
got
my
one.
I thought you were gonna say something else, but yeah, no, that was, you saw that I was crossing my hands.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm not blind.
Oh my gosh.
You're
I'm just
touching
like-
your eye, just kind of not sure what to say.
I'm not sure what to say.
No, you're not. I'm just waiting to see what you decide to look at.
What I decided to look at.
Yeah.
No, you just gave me a look just now.
Because I'm just observing you. You thought I gave you a look. You thought the look had meaning.
Still think it does.
You still think it has meaning to it. I think I was just looking. And I think that you thought there was more.
I'm still not convinced.
You're still not convinced.
You're unsure how to convince me?
You think I'm unsure how to convince you? I'm not even thinking about how to convince you. I'm thinking of whether I should say something about me or say something about you.
You are in deep thought.
I'm on deep thought in like a different way. Like not deep, but just blank. I have a very blank mind, and I'm just receiving. And it looks like it to you. It looks like something
Yeah.
that intrigued you.
Dang, I'm still intrigued.
I'm thinking, what if you tried to have a blank mind? You're thinking of what that would be like.
That's oddly accurate. Yeah.
It's like when your mind is blank.
I don't think that's a thing for me. It's never a thing. I'm an overthinker, so my mind is always like I'm thinking of like 6 different ways of that, or it's just yeah.
I'm thinking you should get more into meditation. You're very lightly considering it. Emphasis on lightly. You're entertaining it for my sake, but at the same time, you're still kind of entertaining it on some level.
Okay, I'm trying to be like with this, but like nah, I really am thinking about that. Okay, just to like jump out of that.
No, you're still saying it.
No.
Okay, fine.
Do you really think that'd be beneficial though, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like breath work and meditation. For like a month or two, I've been doing meditations in the morning, and I just like for the past 2 weeks started doing breath work. And then every once in a while you do like a 50-second hold or like a minute 30-second hold. No, you can do it. You can do it. 'Cause I sucked at the beginning. How long do you think you can hold your breath?
Sorry, but the minute you said a minute and 30.
Oh no, that's on the longer side.
I was like, this is trying to die.
No, there's people who regularly hold their breath for 2 minutes.
I feel like I've tried this in the past, so I was like a minute and 30 seconds. He like hardcore meditating.
Having like a blank mind, that's just like something you, every once in a while you notice, hey, my mind's blank. So this is what it feels like, having a blank mind. And then you kind of like get your mind there. Blank as in you're just taking everything in without any extra thought. You're just receiving.
My brain will always just be trying to feed itself.
It's not like blocking that out, but just being aware of the thoughts and separate yourself from them. Like just observe them. Like they're just there. That may not actually connect, but like it makes more sense once you start observing your thoughts. You don't attach yourself to them.
I see that. Alright, okay. I feel like I'm grounded again.
That's funny. I was like thinking about that. I was like, I should show her this because
Really?
this is really fun.
You're crossing your mouth. Now I'm like
You noticed me crossing my hands?
again.
Now you're thinking what else to... You weren't thinking anything. You were just receiving it just then.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Wow. You like pick up on okay.
It looks like thought, but it's just like... It's almost like strange because there's no thought, but it looks like intense thought. That's really interesting.
That is interesting. Wow.
You're really just
Really,
kind of
like
observing that moment.
yeah. Sorry, I'm like okay, I'm trying to stay in this. Right.
I'm wondering if I should put my coat back on. I was giving you something to...
Oh. I was like, you should.
You stepped out of it.
I don't know if I've stayed in it longer than like 30 seconds, honestly.
The funny thing is, I don't think there's much of a... I don't think you can tell that much because how much it is, how much just like it's just conversational. Maybe not necessarily, but I've been noticing, I'm still in it, that like when I've been watching people like talk with this filter on it, basically all conversation is just noticing what someone else is doing and calling it out. Unless you're talking
That's
about
true.
a separate thing, but like usually it's like you're talking about what they're doing or what you're doing or what you want in relation to them. That's what a lot of conversation is. And that's what this is. Like, I'm just noticing this, you're noticing this, and then it's just...
Letting that be our subject instead of, like you said, another topic. You're twiddling your hands.
I was twiddling my hands. You thought I was twiddling my hands, but I was twiddling these. You're like, I don't...
Oh my gosh, okay, you're still... Actually, you're not. You're not twiddling your hands.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I'm pleasantly surprised that your first instinct was to go for something else. Again.
Yeah.
That makes me think you're starting to get it.
I agree.
You're completely just taking it in right now. This is new for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just...
You can
Am I that easy to read? I just wonder... Sorry, I'm just like, now I'm wondering, like, just in general.
If you make yourself available to read, maybe. But also, I'm really taking the assignment to, like, see what you're doing.
If we weren't, like, in this situation, you probably wouldn't be made to think so deeply.
I don't think I would necessarily be, like, as deep as this.
That leads me to believe if people on a regular... If there are people out there who think like that, just in general.
If they have, like, a particular interest, yeah. I think good detectives, maybe. But not every detective is good. I think a lot of people who could be good detectives aren't detectives. I think a lot of people who could be good things aren't, just because, like, they don't want to put their life to that. I just went off on a tangent. I'm trying not to keep doing yours, yeah.
Okay.
You can say something about you if you wanted.
I'm crossing my hands.
You're crossing your arms. You are crossing your arms.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure why you're crossing your arms. You just are. I think it's interesting starting with something from my side instead of yours. For me, picking something up, it just feels more natural than just me picking something from me to start it. You know?
Why? Why is it?
Focusing on someone else for me that brings me out of me, and I'm all focused on them. I'm not even aware of myself. That's just a lot easier.
This is like teaching me a lot about myself. This is really putting some things into perspective.
I'm wondering if you could pinpoint what exactly you're not sure if you want to share it.
No, I know.
No, you know you don't want to share it.
Just because I'm just like, wow, the self-awareness that's coming out of this. Maybe it's overwhelming.
I don't think Meisner is acting. I think it's Meisner's you become like a better person in general. Not better morally, but like because listening is what makes you I don't know. I feel like good listeners are very rare. So in a sense, you could say like all of Meisner is about focusing on what the other person is doing and listening to their changes. You can't help notice how you do that in your real life or if you don't do that in your real life.
All right. I'm back in it.
No, I was just listening.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Taking it all in?
Yeah. I was trying to piece it together.
Yeah, what you think it might be?
Filling in the holes, yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Because I know you don't want to.
Yes, you picked up on that.
I'm very curious.
Why?
You weren't going to tell me, but I'm very curious.
No, I'm not. You're just a curious individual. You know what they say, curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
And satisfaction brought him back.
No, I did. Hey, I'll take that. True. I feel like my curiosity is satisfaction based. It's like once there's like an opening, it's like, wait, I have to fill it in.
You don't always have to fill it in, though.
I know, but it's an impulse. And I never heard that last part of it. That makes sense. Remember like the chapel I wanted to know? I wanted to go up to see if anybody was up there.
Oh my God. That was ridiculous. Dude, no one's here. No. No one's here. Opens the door. The whole chorus thing.
It kept getting worse, too.
It did.
It just kept getting worse. Oh, there's no one over here. Come on, we'll just walk through. And all of them just... I know it's off track, but I was just thinking of how interested you really were in meditation. In the back of my mind, I always kind of thought about sharing it with you, just because I feel like since I enjoy it, I think you would enjoy it too. And I just never like thought to bring it up. But now that I see that you're actually interested, I think maybe we basically are already in it. I could have just started it and without even. I did just start it.
The minute you said that, you knew.
I think you're not really sure what to say.
Am I ever? I'm never sure what to say, huh?
Often you're never sure what to say, but sometimes you are. Every once in a while.
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 You took some offense to that.
I did. I did.
I think it's accurate.
I don't agree. No.
You really don't agree?
I really don't agree.
You think you do it more than every once in a while?
You
think you go less every once in a while?
I don't agree with that either. You think you just have to analyze everything.
You take offense to that.
I do take offense to that. Yeah.
You take affront to that. It's
Not
not. It's not
really
necessarily
offense.
offense. It's affront. There's some
Right.
affront
I just feel
to it.
like. I feel like I'm always like, why? Why does he have to analyze it? Why?
I find it very eye-opening. I had some thought of it, some notion of it, but I didn't know it was like.
You just can't help it.
For me, it's just normal to like intake information to that level.
You're like, and I'm not gonna stop.
What did I even analyze that made you say that?
Everything.
Look at me analyzing what I analyzed. I think it's part of the curiosity thing. But something like pure curiosity, when we move on from it, I come back to it. I'm like, wait, like, and while I'm in the moment, my brain is still piecing that together. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, I notice you sometimes being like that.
You'll notice that I'll be like, why he gotta analyze everything?
I always thought that you were aware that you were putting that affrontness to it. I was like, oh, so she must be joking. The behavior was so obvious to me, but I never called it out.
Why? I subconsciously want you to.
Oh, you want me to call it out?
Maybe.
Yeah, on some level, you wanted
On
me
some level.
to pick it up enough.
And discuss, like, why do you analyze everything?
I can't really say why I analyze everything, but why I voice my analyzing of it is just like, if I hold on to it, it's just like, you know how like we were saying,
It'll always be in the back of your mind until you get it out.
the person who we were talking about who can't help it, once I know something, they have to tell somebody about it. And that's just for other people's business. With me, I have to just get it out. One of my friends would like get on me about always asking questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I always stuck with me. So every time I ask a question or I can feel myself asking a lot of questions, I'll pull back from that. And so my alternative to that is, instead of forming it in a question, putting it in like a form of what I've seen.
Your observation.
Yeah, observation.
Maybe
that's
that's
why
how I
I say it.
am with my road rage. I have to call out the behavior. Because I'm not one of those to be like, flipping people off. I actually don't even look at people while I'm driving.
Me either.
Because, like, nobody matters. But for real, though. It's like you hear about people just killing people, violence over just road rage. And it's just like, I'm just trying to get where I gotta go. But I have to be like, move. Like, I have to say it. Like, if I don't get it out, I'm be thinking about it.
You have to say it out loud?
I have to say it out loud, or I have to. That's why I'm like, I gotta get on the phone. I'm like, oh, for real?
I feel that.
Like,
some things, like, I feel so much that just thinking them wouldn't be. It's just you have to, like,
okay, I can
verbalize
see,
it, I guess.
can see. Okay.
Do you ever-
I think I'm. What?
What? What were you going to say?
I think now that I'm starting to learn, like, I don't have to speak all the time. Like, I like it. It's different. The need is, like, starting to diminish, to, like, try to feel the air. I don't know why it's so big for me. Maybe because all my life I've been doing it. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, well, what were we going to say?
Oh, do you have, like, an inner monologue where you can literally hear how you sound out loud in your head, but, like, it's almost like you're not hearing it, but you're, like, feeling it?
Just, like, the inner voice of your thoughts, or just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like me, but like...
Just like how you can hear singing in your head,
Yeah.
but you can't necessarily make that sound come out.
Right.
And I think because there's an added level of our physicality and like vocal cords and mouth and all that, it's just never going to sound how it sounds in your head because there's none of that extra stuff in there. But I just realized, I feel like you analyze too, but the thing is, I think you don't voice it. I think you just notice it. Because I think I just noticed you analyzing something that I just did. How I was like, stopped myself from laughing or something.
I don't know if I noticed it. I don't know if I...
Yeah, you didn't? Okay.
No.
That was just me noticing, thinking that you noticed it.
Yeah.
I gave you more analytic credit than you.
Wait, I don't think
Like, I don't
did.
even analyze like that. That does not sound like me. Oh, he just hit me up talking about, I've been telling him I can help you learn how to edit. He didn't text me for a while, and he's like, could you possibly edit it for me? I was like, I can help you edit. Or I can help you hire a very good editor. But if this is going to happen, I'm just going to show you how to do it, bro. I'm not going to actually do it. I'm just editing someone's stuff. I mean, yeah, I can do it, but I'm not going to enjoy that. I'd rather just teach you how to do it. And I can teach anybody how to edit. I can teach anybody how to use an editing program. Once you know how to use it, it's just like writing. You're just writing with edits. It's all technical at that point. So I don't have to teach you how to edit in that sense. You'll know how you want to edit it, and you'll edit it. So that's why I'm like, I'd rather just teach you how to do it. Now you can do how you want it, which is much more valuable than like wanting me to spend time on your thing.
Because what if you take out something that he's like, no, I feel like you should have kept that.
No.
You know, that was more meaningful to him.
Yeah.
And you're like, this ain't meaningful.
That too, I didn't even think about that.
Oh.
It's weird because I had the shivers and I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to accept them, but me just saying that, they just went away. Is it cold in here to you?
It is.
How are you saying that?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
cold.
The thing that's making me like notice the shivers instead of just putting my jacket on, sometimes they just go away. So I'm like, wait, there's something in my mind here because I can just stop it, or I can make it like go away. That's part of the curiosity. Why does it come up? Why does it go away? I think that's why sometimes I'll never say something about the temperature because I know I get colder faster than other people. It seems like I don't want to be like the guy who's like, oh, I'm cold. Everyone else is like, I'm good. Bro, no, we're not turning anything up.
Bro, no. We're not turning anything now.
I'm just breathing, not thinking about it, nothing. But if I start to make my mind be aware of it, then it comes back. Maybe part of me likes it. I notice I don't like when it goes away. It feels like, I'm too comfortable. That's almost what it feels like. Maybe that's just like me being too used to, like what's it called? Schrodinger's effect? Prisoner, Stockholm?
Stockholm's.
Maybe it's like you got used to like the the bad part.
Right.
I didn't get into it too much, but people who do breath work, they say like when you're shaking, having breath work, not to like avoid it because your body needs to get the energy out. Like there must be some type of energy that your body is trying to get out or
Really?
or something like that. Yeah.
So that shivering was.
That makes sense now. I just didn't get too far into it, but there was something of it like where like when you're shaking, like
my
that's.
My mouth was about to start. I'm like, that's why I was like, this shit like wow, it's so many different like it's so many ins and outs to this. Like,
That's how this thing shivers.